Do you accept this because you paid 120, 150, 80, 60, 30?
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Salem, Virginia, about to inspect this beautiful Entegra Vision 27A. Now our customer's sitting at home hoping we don't call before noon, and we hope we don't call before noon, but you stick around because at lunchtime we're going to update you and at the end of the day.
All right, first glimpse. We're Monday morning, we were here yesterday, so everything was closed. So I just came to verify if we had the unit ready like they claim it was. No, it was plugged in when we came in about 3, 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Here's the deal. We set an agreement with you. On the agreement, it states what to have ready, meaning water, electrical, propane. As I come here, which is your unit, we're coming here, we're ready to inspect. There's electrical. I've checked for propane, so I know there's propane, but there's no water. This is how dealership tend to listen, meaning it has nothing to do with money. I'm not interested. In you wanting an inspector, you don't need a freaking inspector. You know how it is. Here's another thing that's ready. So this has been PDI. This is a little cover. This is a little plug that goes right here by the water heater, which is full of dirt too, but whatever. So that's just to show you how nothing is ready. So that's typical. So, but it's PDI, and you paid $995 for a PDI. Here's my first glimpse. So I'll have to tuck that in, but let's go in the front too. So you tell me, this is how and who you're gonna be dealing with. Do you think if this has been PDI'd and ready, and as you can see, all the outriggers are done, the slide outs are out, so it looks beautiful to impress you. So this is how you're gonna be treated. This is the dealership that receives you, that's gonna try to sell you this, and this is PDI. All right, so just to shoot it even more, I told the salesperson, I need water in this. Oh, water? Kid you not, she walked with me to the back of the camper to go see the black hose that went into the camper, looked at it, opened the cupboard and said, oh, that's electrical. That's the person selling to you. They know how much about RVs? Just stating. Here's my first glimpse yesterday. When I walked to here, everything looks pristine, so this might be the perfect one. But I just wanted to state this because I saw this. And I know some people are going to say, well, get over it, it's a freaking RV. Okay, for me, coming here, and I'm paying $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, $150,000. This is a defect in my front bumper. There's bubbling in the fiberglass here, and there's bubbling here. Yesterday, the sun was right on there. It was, like some people would state, I stated the obvious. So for the people that are normal, that actually acquire to have an inspector because they want to know what's going on with the rig, this will be your choice. Do you accept this because you paid 120, 150, 80, 60, 30? Is that important? Well, no, I don't dare ask them. You know, I'm paying enough money. I shouldn't have them do this. Let me tell you a little story. We bought a Ford pickup one day, and there was one of those black marks on the door. And I don't know about you, but if I'm paying 50 grand for a pickup, that black mark doesn't come with me. I'm not leaving with this. So this went to the body shop, and it took them half a day, it was done. For me, it's the same with this. This is important. I'm paying this. This is my value. This will stay on this unit. I'm changing nothing. All of this problem in the fiberglass is not the dealer's problem, and now it became the dealer's problem. Now it's becoming your problem if you don't state nothing. Other than that, we'll go and see what lunchtime brings us. We'll catch up with you later.
If you're new to our channel and you like our videos, we would love it if you would hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to leave a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO. It means comment for Blue Ox. And don't forget, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified when our next video comes out. So let's talk about the stow and go. I think this is one of the nicest stow and goes. So you're on the road, you want to be able to cook lunch, get to your refrigerator, and also get to the bathroom. Now, the only thing you're not going to be able to do is actually go to bed because this mattress folds. But if you are stopped and you're able to put your slide out even just a little bit, enough to be able to fold that mattress, you're also going to be able to go to sleep. So I say this one is a really nice stow and go.
All right, it's not even midday recap. Woo! We're on the roof. Let's take a stroll. Let's go on the roof. Go see what we have up there. So, beautiful roof. Everything looks kosher. It's nice. You look at the trim. You look at the edges. Well, stuff's been put on here. A lot of it, which is good. See here. It's right on the verge of not doing its job, but it's good. Now let's go to the source of our problem that we have on the floor, which kind of speaks by itself, don't you think? So water's been coming down there 100 miles an hour, goes down into this gully, follows right down there, goes right to the floor. That's the passenger side. Why is there some on this side? That will be my other question. So then, just on a little side note, you know, I talk a lot about bubbling sealant. For instance, this skylight. You say, wow, this is nice, you know, nothing wrong with that. This is perfect. Okay, I'm going back down. Well, I want you to wait 2 seconds. Check it thoroughly. And you might end up with a surprise like this one. So this is a bubble. So it's one of those bubbles that allows water to go in there. So this is exactly the kind of things that you got to find. Make sure this is not cracked, that it's doing its job, so you don't have issues within your ceiling of your bathroom. Just saying. In one of those corners, in the front corner, I have this big gap. This is a year old, manufacturing, been sitting somewhere during a year. So it's just raining, normal stuff. Well, here, if it was up here, probably had snow a little bit too. Pack up snow, melt up snow, pack up snow, melt up snow, goes inside. So, woo, that might bring us a surprise inside. We'll go check with Laurel a little bit later, but here's my roof, walking through it. I can found this. Then I go to the skylight in the back. Skylight's the same thing. And I've told you this before, and here's the perfect example. This skylight had sealant around it. If it's been for a while, like this one's been outside in the weather for about a year, you can see that some places will bubble. It will burst that little bubble. This is the perfect example to see what it looks like. This is what you got to watch to on your unit, because they will do this eventually, most likely. And I've said this before. It's typically because of the water-based sealant that they're using that actually evaporates and all of a sudden create a bubble, just like a bazooka bubble gun. You remember those? There you go, you got a hole. Coming back down from my visit to the roof, I can feel the AC, one of AC in the back is not pushing heat as I put it on. It's on automatic. So if it doesn't push heat, it might not perform like it should. So I went inside after I did this. Laurel called me in anyway, so I started to go check inverter. I didn't have any communication with the inverter underneath the bed to the wall display itself. My solar was working good. I already did my batteries. I already went through a couple of things, but now because she called me in, I went in and I figured, okay, well, while she's doing her little inspection that we're trying to relate to each other, I'm gonna do this. My AC, I can feel that it's not pushing cold at all. So I already have a problem with that. I already have a problem with the inverter, which is kind of sad because I felt this was a solid unit overall, but it's just those little things that are fixable, so it's not an issue. At this point in time, I didn't do any mechanical. I haven't done nothing special. Now I need to figure out with Laurel where we're going with this, because she found problem a little bit more serious than I have found so far outside. So let's go check out what she found out.
So it's not lunchtime, and we needed to make a phone call. Let me explain to you why. So the first thing that I do is I always check my ceilings. The ceilings were looking pretty decent. I did have some dirty spots here and there, but nothing that was really alarming until I got to the bedroom. When I got to the bedroom, I noticed that the trim above the bed looked loose, and with the lighting, it looked dark. So I wasn't sure. I decided that, You know what? Maybe I will check with my moisture meter, and I was getting some high readings. Pierre was outside. He was up on the roof. He came in, he said, I don't like that sound. I said, I don't like that sound either. But decided to move on. After I finished my ceilings, the next place I go is to the floors. I wasn't finding any soft spots until I got to the front. And when I got to the captain's seat and I looked underneath there, I could see what appeared to be dark on the trim touching the floor and on the floor itself. When I got on my belly onto the seat, I laid my hands down and felt that the floor was sort of spongy. And I'm not able to be the technician that says what it is, but I decided to get out that moisture meter and brought Pierre in to check out the situation. Both sides, both the pilot seat and the co-pilot seat, have got a very spongy floor, which took me back to the bedroom again because I had seen a line on the floor that looked like it could have been residue from something that may have dripped off from the slides when they came in. And when we get down there, we see what is wrinkled floor cap area. It just has a strange texture to the wallpaper, and when we put the moisture meter there, we're getting the high readings again. So that was pretty much what I had found, and I said to Pierre, you know, we need to at least call our customers, Skype with them, let them see for themselves, because they're about 3.5 hours from here, so they can't just make a quick trip to visit and see what we have found. So we made the call to our customers, and they've decided, no, stop right now. You've saved us a ton of money. We're going to start shopping for something that doesn't already have an issue because we want brand new. During our Skype with our customers, we were talking about the MSRP starting at $184, and then they had a sale price. And then the customer said, you know, we haggled with them and we got them down to $115. But tell us in the comments below, with what we have found today, would you pay $115,000 for something brand spanking new that you don't want to have a project? They don't want a project. If you want a project, that's a different scenario. They don't want a project, which is why they're buying brand new. So tell us in the comments below, is this worth $115 to you? So let's just recap just the few things that we have found so far. From the outside, Pierre found the hole in the ceiling. The inverter is not speaking from the inverter underneath the bed to the connection on the wall. It's not speaking to one another. We've got the back AC that is not working at all, and the floor is gone and moisture in the walls. I don't know about you. What do you think? Is this a bust or a buy? Our customer says it's a bust. So that's the summary on this unit today. So remember, and do never forget,
it's not about the destination. It's all about the journey.
he gave us a smile.
Hey, okay, back to business.
Moisture in the walls. What else do I say, honey?
Ring the bell.
That doesn't...
What was I talking about? I'm done filming. It's over. I'm going home.